All right, good morning, folks. I just wanted to do a brief recording here. Stephen bin Danoon, this fellow right here and up here, has his own channel. It's called Stephen bin Danoon. Yeah, right here's the name of it. I'm sorry. And so if you would subscribe to him now, you have to understand he does not support the homosexual community. I think it's just because he has, the Lord hasn't revealed that to him yet. So just beware of that. I don't want you to go, well, why did you tell me to support him when he's against us and the community? And so I just wanted to give you a heads up. But he has some great messages about what's going on in Israel. His whole thing is about, he was a Jew. His line goes way back to the Levi's tribe, and he's been trying to get the truth out there in his way. And so what he had mentioned this morning that I thought was noteworthy is the fact that when the Pope comes here, the Pope is going to be talking about fire falling from heaven and 15 days in December of darkness. So I think that it has to do with planet 7X or Nibiru, or the other name for it. Okay. And if you go to the site, you can find out all about it. Okay, so see this fire from heaven, and how it's, coming into our orbit. 3-hour solar eclipse. And this guy goes through the explaining of everything that's going to happen to Earth, and it just, he has all kinds of charts, as you can see here. Joshua's longest day and what happened during that time, and so I don't know if it's true that this is on the Pope's agenda to speak about. Stephen he has some very good insider information that's quite reliable. And so John Gill, is it John Gill? Yeah, he's the one that came up with this whole thing. He's done extensive study, and as you can see here on his site. And so I would suggest that you go to that and take a look for yourself. So if this does happen, well, of course, we pray, and the Lord will guide us and tell us what it is that we need to do. Remember, we have Him in us, and this is not something to be afraid of. And who knows, what the Lord has in mind. Remember, the Lord could come back at any time, and we've been living in the end times, I believe, since Christ's, resurrection. I mean, for 2,000 years. And of course, he did tell us in Matthew 24 and in Revelations what signs to look for. Weather change, watch Israel, what's going on with them, and so forth. And I've already, gone over this. You can look at my other videos to catch up on that if you're behind. One of the things that I wanted to share with you is a small little miracle. I don't think it's so little, but compared to other things that are happening, it's just one of the many. The other day I was going out to throw out the trash, and I heard this awful scream, and I turned to look, and just as I looked, a little boy, 1 or 2 years old, had just fallen from the second balcony face up, and it was going to land really hard on the asphalt. And I started praying, no, Jesus, please, God, help this little boy. And I really thought that when I walked over to see him, that there would be a pool of blood. And his mother had ran down. She had kind of gone in and out of her apartment and ran down the stairs. And before I could get over there, she was already down there and picking him up. And I was just going to say, don't move him. And she picked him up. So I said to her instead, then, could I pray for him? And so I put my hands on him and I prayed. And then, of course, at that time, the neighbors were coming out. The manager of the apartment came, and they called the ambulance and the fire department. I asked a neighbor to get ice for him, and she did, and we put some ice. And when I looked at his body, I checked his head, checked his eyes, and his whole side was full of already black and blue bruises. I could see every individual rib that was involved, at least 5. And I think that the Lord just moved him, or his angels just moved him slightly. But I didn't know if he didn't have internal bleeding or concussion or what. And so when the ambulance arrived, I told them what had happened, what I saw, and what we did, and so they thanked me, and then I left. The next day when I got home, I really wanted to know how little Zachary was doing, and so I went upstairs, knocked on the door, and I could see that they were getting ready to pack to move, or I wasn't sure if they were moving in or moving out, and the mother came to the door, and she instantly said, "Oh, thank you for your prayers." I said, "How is your son?" And she kept saying, "Thank you." She had gone to church and she had prayed, and I don't think she'd been to church for a while. And she said, "Really, the angels saved my son, and thank you for your prayer." And I said, "Well, how is he?" And she said, "He's perfectly fine. All he has is bruises. The doctor said he's fine. There's no internal bleeding. There's no concussion. There's no anything." And I'm telling you, folks, this little guy, I mean, just off of the balcony, smack dab on this asphalt, 2 stories. I mean, 2nd story. All right. And so it's a small little miracle. And so if you don't think that God and his angels are around, trust me, they are. And I am living proof of that. I've witnessed it. I've seen it in action. And so I just wanted to share that with you. So be praying also for what's going to be happening in the world today. And then also, if you wouldn't mind keeping Ojai in your prayers. Nick, who is a motivational speaker, he has no arms, no legs, and I'm so sorry, I cannot say his last name. It's Croatian. So Ivivanic. I'm destroying it, I know, so I apologize. But if you would be praying for Ojai and students that are going to be hearing his message. He is a Christian. He had a big front page of him on the Ojai newspaper of him surfing. No arms, no legs, and he's surfing. And so he's going to be giving his motivational speech, and he's going to be talking, and he's going to be witnessing, and there's going to be counselors there, and there's going to be a great revival, I believe, in Ojai. So if you would keep them in your prayers and thoughts, that would be great. So I'm wishing you a great day, and leave me a thumbs up if you like this video, you like what I've been doing lately. Leave me a thumbs up and a message, that would be great. So thank you so very much, and try to be making some more of these types of videos for you in the future. Thank you. Bye-bye.